Hello and welcome to the presentation video of the profile offered by the Free University of Bozen-Bolzano within the master degree program in Viticulture, Enology and Wine Markets. This profile is called Sustainable Management of Mountain Viticulture within the Alpine Landscape Valorization. It's a program offered in partnership by the University of Bolzano, Padova, Udine and Verona. But let's focus our attention to the University of Bolzano and the town of Bolzano. It's a town with more or less 100,000 people with a long history of relationships between the Italian culture and the German culture, together with the contribution of the local population. Here you can see a very nice picture of the town. In the background, you can see this area just behind the low mountains here, which is one of the most important viticultural area of the province. Bolzano is easy to reach by train from Verona, 1 hour and a half. In this map, you can see not only the area, the main, most important viticultural area here in the province, but also different areas which are along the rivers and at the feet of the most important mountain chains. The University of Bolzano was founded about 20 years ago. It has 5 faculties. The students are 4,500, more or less. So it's a small university. And its main point is the fact that it's trilingual. Anyway, the lectures for this specific program are taught in English, but in the town the languages are English, Italian and German. You can see here a link to a campus tour describing the infrastructure of the university. The main building is this one, containing the library, offices and the classrooms, and also part of the laboratories. Here you can see the big aula magna and the library. The classes take place in the town center, so these buildings are located in the town center. This is the building of the Faculty of Science and Technology with administrative offices and also the offices of the professors of the master degree program as well. What's the meaning of the profile, Sustainable Management of Mountain Viticulture within the Alpine Landscape? This is a very nice picture of the town of Bolzano, and you can see behind big mountain groups, the Dolomites, and the vineyards located very close to the town. So the mountain viticulture and the production of mountain wines are the point of this province, which has about 5,500 hectares of vineyards. And the most important thing is that the wine production here is by 98% more or less with the protected designation of origin. So it's a very high percentage compared to the 30–40% of the rest of Italy. There are local grape varieties like Pinot Blanc, Sauvignon, the famous Gewürztraminer, Schiava and Fernache, which are red varieties like Pinot Noir and Lagrein, 150 wineries, and the total production of wine is about 350,000 hectoliters per year. Most of the wines are white. Here in this picture you can see vineyards which are located also at a height of about 1,000 or even more than 1,000 meters above the sea level. Mountain viticulture and enology are a definition which was given by a research institute, and they are characterized by the following points, let's say. Vineyards growing over 500 meters above the sea level, slopes, very steep slopes, higher than 30%. Vineyards are planted in terrace systems, like in this case. This is, again, Bolzano and the surroundings of the town, or vineyards which are planted in difficult growing conditions. Mountain viticulture can be done also in islands, not only in the Alps or in other mountain chains. This aspect of mountain viticulture, it's also called heroic viticulture, and the production of extreme wines means that in this specific program, the students will face all the problems related to orographic conditions, which make very big impediments for the mechanization in the vineyards, especially. The vineyards are very small, not always contiguous, and especially built on terraces. The farms are quite small, are family-run businesses usually, and there are several crops in the same space, very small space, very often. And so it means that there are large financial investments required to innovate viticulture. In many cases, the climatic conditions and weather conditions are not optimal because of the high heights. They are, most of them are niche products, so niche wines. And the other point is very important because these vineyards, these agricultural farms, are located in areas with a big geographic importance, meaning touristic. They are touristic, and they are, for instance, they are protected by the UNESCO World Heritage. The Dolomites, this is the province of the Dolomites. So the protection of the landscape is very important. One could ask, is the sustainable management of mountain viticulture and mountain enology only a new topic? Is it really a hot topic, or it's too specialistic? Well, actually, apart from the fact that there are a lot of congresses, scientific congresses related to this aspect, the mountain viticulture is a practice in many parts of the world, not only in Italy, not only in Europe, but in several parts of the world. So what the students can learn here in Bolzano can really be applied in several places around the world with this type of conditions. In addition, the European Union is giving more and more value to mountain products, so to mountain food products. Let's go to the study plan. The lectures will start in October, and the first semester ends in January. The courses are two, subdivided in three different modules, each of them. One course is related to viticulture, so management of viticulture in mountain areas, mechanization in mountain areas, and the wine production in mountain areas. And then the other course is on agrochemicals, so and vineyard pest management, so plants pathology, all the aspects related to the defense of the plants, of the use of agrochemicals, and of the mountain viticulture managed in order to protect the landscape. The elective courses, which are suggested to the students of the master degree program, are management of soil fertility in mountain vineyards, related to the chemistry of fertilizer and to the mineral nutrition of the plants, and the soil and water management, so irrigation as well. Then the characterization, sensory analysis, sensory characterization of mountain wines, and the fermentation processes in which mountain wines are involved. The students can also attend language courses, not only in the second semester, but also in the first semester, and then they can make an experimental thesis, and then they will discuss the dissertation, final dissertation at the University of Udine. These are some pictures of the activities which took place in the last years. So what students like of this program are the many activities. For instance, advisors of wineries which come to take seminars in the university, or visits to several wineries or other companies related to the wine supply chain, sensory analysis in collaboration with wineries as well. One thing that you could be interested is a small list of scientific topics which can be chosen for the master thesis at our university. For instance, in thesis in viticulture, pre-harvest techniques to control fruit ripening in Sauvignon Blanc, or aspects of biochar applications for the grape wine water status, or the effect of biochar in the nitrogen cycle in soil and grapevine. Another research group in agricultural chemistry studies the impact of agrochemicals in the must and the wine quality, the effect of biotic and abiotic stresses on the performance of pathogens-resistant wine cultivars, and aspects related to wine traceability. The group of plant pathology studies, for instance, nematodes, fungal pathogens, and it studies also resistant grapevine varieties. Another infrastructure which is very important for the University of Bolzano is the NOI Tech Park. It's a technology park in which also the laboratory of Enology has been transferred since 1 year. So it's a really brand new laboratory. I'm responsible for this laboratory, and we have a very important equipment, new equipment for the quality evaluation with high resolution methods of all enological products, from grape berries to the wines to the distillates. For instance, here you can see a study in which we evaluated the performance of different closures on the quality of a distillate. This is a bidimensional gas chromatograph with mass spectrometer. Another point is the study of new markers for the quality of wine, so for the traceability, authenticity of wines. And we have had a study together with the University of Bordeaux, identifying new phenols, new tannins, which are present in wines of different grape varieties. So these are some links where you can find the course offering. All the lectures are uploaded into a digital platform similar to Moodle. Here are other links that can be useful for you studying at UNIBZ, living in South Tyrol with all practical information, the scholarships which are offered by the province of Bolzano, and also the link to an association of students which can be of help. The students enrolled at the University of Udine could apply to get student grant of €1,000 to attend the lectures which take place from October to January. So the deadline was postponed to 30 April of this year. Other information regard the lodging, because the university has some students' houses, but the places are very limited. So here are some other links which can be useful to find the lodging. So I thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you in Bolzano next October. This is my email contact. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you need any assistance.